Hello and welcome back to another video. Anime Dion here, and I know it's been a while, so I'm going to be double opening every single day for 5 days. So yeah, so I'm gonna make 2 videos today because I missed 5 days. I'm gonna double upload for 5 days instead of making 6 videos in one day. I'm just gonna double upload for 5 days. So yeah, before we get in the video, I want to say this about my what if Luffy had a Gura Nomi. Instead of Luffy having hockey or anybody having hockey before the time skip thing, on the Straw Hats, no, I decided we're not gonna do that because hockey is like a big part of the series after the 2-year time skip and before the time skip. So I decided to have him not have hockey anymore. So yeah. My bad if you guys can hear that. So, there's not gonna be hockey. So, yeah, and the way I did it, anyways, was kind of stupid. Like, oh, yeah, in those 2 weeks, Shanks taught Luffy hockey. No. So, yeah, he doesn't know hockey at all. He just has the Gura Nomi, of course. But everything else is pretty much the same. He gets everybody and stuff. We left off at Usopp Island, the place Usopp is. Go into my channel to watch the last part, and yeah, let's get into it. And I'm not gonna play the intro this video. I'll just do the outro later. The outro. But yeah, link in the description for my friend who made my intro and outro, and anything down below, anything in the comments you can put there. Please suggest any videos, like give me a suggestions if you guys want to, and I'll look into it. All right. Luffy laughs at Usopp. Luffy just laughs and laughs at Usopp that he has such a tiny crew, but he does also admire his skills. Luffy then just says out of nowhere to Usopp, "Join my crew." Usopp is just surprised, but not really interested. He says, "No, I'm the captain. I'm the captain of my own crew. I sailed across the seas, giving a lot, defeating monsters, all the yada yada yada." And the kids behind him are like, "Really? You're lying again, Usopp." Well, not out loud, but in their head. But then Usopp was like, "Wait, in his mind, he's like, wait, maybe I can really be a real pirate if I join them." He says, "Yes, I'll be your pirate. I'll be on your crew. As long as I'm captain." Luffy says, "No, you're not going to be captain. But your sniping skills seem cool. So you could be our sniper." Usopp jumps up and hops, but he also wants to go back to the island and say goodbye to everybody. But then thinks of how everybody in the island is rude. And instead of having, that girl be nice to Usopp, is happy and sick and stuff. Nah, that girl's gonna be a-hole. And I know, wait, but what about the Sunny? Let's say the Sunny is somebody, the pirate. Actually, never mind. The Sunny was built by the girl for later on when she's healed and stuff. She can go and sail. So basically what happens, Usopp describes to Luffy that these people are rude to him and messed up, all because you know how Usopp does. He lies a lot. And they actually are now beating him and stuff. Luffy kind of gets mad. He says, as my new crewmate, he says, "Anybody nice on this island?" He says, "Except for these 2 kids." Then Luffy thinks, he says, "Maybe these 2 kids can come." The kids could, I'm just going to say these kids don't have any parents at all. So, yeah, these kids have no parents and stuff. And they get on, but Luffy then says, "As a prince," they say, "Okay." And then they think to themselves, "We're going to become strong pirates with our new captain and Usopp on our crew." And then Luffy tells Usopp, he describes them. He says, "This is our swordsman, Zoro. This is our navigator, Nomi. And you will be our sniper, as these 2 kids," and 3. Was it 2? I'm just going to say 2. 2 kids will be the apprentices. No offense, don't be mad at me, but I kind of forgot their name. So I'm just going to say one is just Jake and one is Jack. Okay, the fat one is Jack and the other one is Jake. So yeah. Then Luffy says, "Usopp, do you have any skills with art? Because I kind of need a flag drawn." Then Luffy says, I want just a skeleton with a straw hat on the top. Then Usopp draws it pretty quickly, and it's actually very, very good, like the original. It says, put it on that ship over there. I think we're going to steal it after I destroy this island full of these hateful people. And just letting you know, these people are actually bad people. They're not good people at all. So, yeah. And then once they figure out that pirates have entered the town, they go around and they go to go get, so Usopp can get his stuff. Then the people start attacking, and then they're pirates. Get them. Then Luffy smiles. Zoro smiles. Nami's just on the ship. She's just getting everything ready with the two apprentices. Actually, no, they came. They all came. So Nami comes in. She could kick people. She knows how to kick. She's good at fighting. She's okay. So they all just fight, and the apprentices just see how Luffy, Zoro, and Nami are fighting. Usopp grabs his slingshot and starts shooting it at people. Just shooting them with a bunch of eggs and rocks and stuff. But nobody have seen what Luffy's ability besides Zoro and Nami, of course, but not even Usopp. Luffy snacks and he says, everybody get behind me. And Usopp and the rest of the crew are, Usopp and the two apprentices, Jack and Jake, are surprised, and they just get behind Luffy. And then Zoro and Nami, they already know what's up. And there's like these orange things, it's basically the same thing as this right here, but it's gonna be orange. This orange thing goes around his hand, and he makes this crack through the air, and earthquakes come besides them, crackling the land, making giant and humongous holes and cracks in the ground, causing people to fall down and get knocked out and fall to their deaths. As they do that, they all leave. Usopp has grabbed his stuff, and they leave, and they get on the stolen boat. They leave, and they head to the seas. And yeah, next is the what's it called? It's not Alabasta. We're still in the East Blue Arc. So yeah, it's time for what's it called? Is it? Yeah, we gotta get with Sanji. That's what's up. Yeah, Sanji. Right? Is it to get Sanji or? I think we're gonna go get Sanji. So yeah, they head over there to where Sanji is. Usopp and everybody, and even the princesses. The princesses are cleaning the ship because Luffy told them to clean, and they have no problem with it. They was like, yes, we're finally part of a real pirate ship. Instead of, being fake pirates with Usopp. They don't hate Usopp. They just didn't really like being fake pirates. They just did it because they really had nothing else to do. So they head to this place. They really don't really look for Sanji. They go on the seas and they see this ship. It has a lot of oil spitting from the back. It doesn't bother them. They say, ooh, food, as they think to themselves, because it is a chef ship. They go on there and they look for food. Meanwhile, there's this dude with blonde hair, serving this one rich-looking dude who looks like he's from the Marines or something like that. And yeah, so that happens. He pretty much serves them. He serves him, and the dude is actually being messed up because he's not finna eat all his food. Sanji kicks the table. He says, he doesn't kick the table. He grabs the food and he eats it himself and kicks the table. And then Sanji says, "You don't waste food. You eat what I give you. You don't waste it ever." As he finishes drinking the wine and eating the food, he walks back. Zeph smacks Sanji in his face. This dude with braids sticking out on the side of his head and braided beard slaps Sanji and says, "Hey, next time don't be rude to the customers." Usopp and them, instead of everybody leaving, instead of just Nami, it's just Nami just goes. Actually, no, that's when they portray him, right? Yeah, that didn't happen. So everybody goes on the ship to eat and stuff, because Nami has decided just not to to just betray Arlong, and not betray Arlong, to just stay with Luffy instead of going back to Arlong Park and whatever, So yeah, they basically stay there. They all eat, and then Marines show up, but they're not big Marines. They're just small Marines. Nobody special. Then Usopp, right away, Usopp and Zoro, they just start fighting the Marines and jump on the ship, and they jump on the ship. Sorry about that. They jump on the ship and get away. You know that because just so you know, pirates don't really fight Marines. Really, it's not really what they're supposed to do. They run away from Marines and that's for like the Revolutionary Army. So yeah, so they get away basically and stuff like that. And what's it called? Oh my god. So yeah, that happens, and then the Marines are gone. Yada yada yada. You know the thing that happens all with like the pirates that come, and then Sanji's backstory. Yada yada yada. They fight those pirates. Luffy claps them with the Gura Nomi, of course. No diff. Zoro is like Zoro definitely claps anybody he fights because Zoro's the GOAT. I don't care what you say. So yeah, that happens, and they make it to this place, to Arlong Park, I guess, or whatever. Because honestly, I kind of forgot about a lot about East Blue. So just so you know, the story is different. So they make it to Arlong, and Arlong is still strong. I'm probably gonna buff him a bit because I love that fight, Arlong versus Luffy. It wasn't like super good or like a big fight ever, but it was still a good fight because it had lots of meaning to him. Then Nami said, because they stop at this island, Nami says, we can't be here. We can't go. We have to leave. We have to leave. Luffy says, what's wrong, Nami? Not in like serious tone. He says, what's wrong, Nami? You know, and it's like you know, his stupid tone. She says, well, this is where this town is enslaved, and this is where my sister died. You know, I know it's not a real sister, but yeah. I think that's what happened. No, never mind. No, this is where I was enslaved and had to draw maps for this person. And then yeah, she describes everything about Arlong. And then she says, "I'm not going back though. I'm staying with the crew. I'm a pirate on my own on this new pirate ship. There are a group of pirates who took up this island, the city and stuff, and enslaves anybody they want." Luffy tells Sanji and Zoro and Usopp, let's go. They go and they go into like the big walk, you see them. They over there walk like that all the way to Arlong. Arlong laughs and says, "Who are you? What are you doing here?" Luffy says, let this town free, or I'll kill you. Luffy doesn't say that, Zoro says that. Zoro says, let this town free or we'll kill you. Arlong laughs and he says, who's you guys are gonna kill me? In your dreams. Luffy gets mad and he's throwing things around his fist. And he makes a crack in the air and breaks the whole castle, that whole giant castle. Even Nami's stuff is destroyed. Yeah, all of that is destroyed. Like, the whole castle is just destroyed. And then Arlong gets pissed off and just automatically just grabs his sword and is about to slash Luffy. But Luffy then, Zoro comes up and with a sword, crashes the sword with Arlong's. But Arlong is pretty strong. But Zoro is better at swordsmanship, but just this. Like, Arlong is just overpowering Zoro with, like, just strength-wise. So Zoro then stops and he goes to this other swordsman with about 8 arms and 8 swords. Zoro says, this is my type of sword fight. Then they start fighting. Usopp fights this other fisherman, and Luffy takes down the rest of the not the rest. Then also it wasn't just Usopp and them who came. Sanji was there too. Sanji was fought this other strong sword fisherman, and then the apprentices were also there. And Nami wasn't there. She was sitting over there with Luffy's straw hat on. And then Luffy yells out, "This is what you get for Nami." Arlong laughs. He says, "Where's Nami? After I beat you, I'll get her and she'll draw my maps forever." Luffy just gets mad and his hands Orange goes around and just does it over and over again, cracks, and the whole back of that island is just almost destroyed. Like, it's literally just humongous, like, cracked and fall down like it's a giant landslide. Then, yeah, and then they printed to just take down the other fishmen, the ones that don't really mean much, like, they're not really that strong, and just take him down. And it's pretty hard for them because they're not super trained in fighting, but of course they have a sword. They each have one sword. They each have one sword because Zoro was teaching them a little about swordsmanship, and even if they lost their sword, they would know how to fight a little bit because they was taught by Sanji how to kick a tiny bit because they was not on the sea for that long in between and stuff like that. But that's about it. They don't really know how to fight. They have no fruits or nothing like that. Usopp is over here, and I'm just gonna let you know. And he doesn't just shoot ebs now. He has like these special like seeds. You know how in post time skip, Usopp he had that vine seed. It's something like that, but it's a little smaller. All it does is just it could capture them, but it's not as strong, so they can break out within about 10 seconds. So yeah. He does that and he captures them, but while they're captured, he makes a flame star. I know, from like Innie's lobby, he makes flame stars and shoots them while they're captured, burning up the leaves, also burning up the fishman. He can tell they're fishman, so it's actually kind of weakens them, and they get knocked out. But then this one big fishman just comes to Usopp and starts punching him. He kicks Usopp in his back, but Usopp runs and runs and runs. He grabs his slingshot and shoots 5 flame stars straight at the giant thing. The giant fishman blows them away. Then Usopp says, "It's gonna be a tough one." And then the 2 apprentices, Jack and Jake, are over there destroying these dudes, just destroying them. Like, well, not destroying them. They're really over here boxing out. Boom! Jack gets hit by the pretty big dude, and his sword is broken, not broken in half, falls. He gets up and kicks the pretty big dude in the face and knocks him out. He grabs his sword and slices and goes back to slicing with Jack or Jake. Oh no, which one fell down? Oh, my bad. So yeah, just say Jack fell down. Yeah. Jack is fat, by the way, just letting you know. Usopp says, "I don't like guns, but I'll pull this out." We face back to Usopp. He pulls the gun out and shoots the fishman right in his stomach, killing the fishman, knocking him down. We go back to Zoro. Zoro is fighting this octopus dude which is actually really hard. He's actually trying really hard as he goes, Ashura! And he goes Ashura and destroys the dude super quickly. And the Sanji over here just kicking this dude up. Like, it don't even matter. Like, Sanji, nobody can take care of Sanji. Sanji a goat. Well, some people can, but Sanji's still a goat. I don't care what you say. But my favorite character is Zoro, just to let you guys know. So yeah, Zoro over there boxing. And then Sanji over there boxing. All them boxing. But Luffy versus Arlong is actually getting serious. Like, they make it to Nami's room, and Luffy sees all the papers that he knew Nami had wrote down, and he just says, "This is your collection of maps. This is what you forced Nami to do." He goes with his hand and destroys every single paper. This causes Arlong to get mad, and with his giant sword, he slashes Luffy right in the stomach, causing Luffy to restrain. Luffy gets super angry and blasts his biggest quake yet. And this quake destroys everything. And by everything, I mean everything. Like everything. The almost whole island. Half the island except for where they was fighting at. Not where the town was, but like everything else besides the town and where they was fighting at. This knocks out Arlong instantly, but still, Luffy was mad. He punches and 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 punches. Yes, he punches Arlong as he's knocked out. And then Luffy says, "Move, everyone, get back to the ship." But this is like besides the town. He just does a giant quake, knocking every fishman out. Not everyone. Not the octopus one. The octopus one makes it away and everybody else makes it away. Oh my bad. So yeah, they get back on the ship and they sail away. And I know the Mihawk thing happened, so I'm just going to make the Mihawk happen right now. They make it somewhere else in the East Blue on this island. and they make this. And then Zoro hears about this this greatest swordsman is there. So Zoro rushes down there. I'm gonna make this quick. Sorry, it's different though. Zoro rushes down there and instantly just with one of his swords in his mouth and the other two in his hand, he rushes at the greatest swordsman, and his name is Dracula Mihawk. He says, "The greatest swordsman, fight me now!" He grabs it, and then right away, Mihawk brings out this tiny sword. He says, "Sorry, I didn't have a smaller knife." And it's like really tiny. It's like the size of a kitchen knife. Yeah, a little smaller than that too. And then he blocks with instantly and just over there just clapping Zoro. Zoro's like, "What? I can't be this far away from the greatest swordsman." And then the Mihawk, some of his apprentices or people there start fighting the rest of the crew, but of course are taken down not too hard. After that, Zoro is thrown away by Mihawk, and then Mihawk's apprentice or somebody working with him, who has these arms what are made of swords, like they're made of swords, like his arms are literally made of steel, like he can make them into swords. Zoro clashes with him, but he's getting beat also. He says Zoro's mad because he can't cut through steel. He passes his limits and he keeps fighting and fighting and fighting, but he's also getting beat up by the dude. But then he instantly goes Ashura, and it still doesn't cut through. Meanwhile, the rest of the crew are fighting against the other dude, as the apprentices are actually getting a little stronger than before, but not too stronger. They have gotten better with their swords, but just like a regular swordsmanship. Pretty good. It's like, Luffy Wano, that good swordsmanship. You see me? Luffy was not playing games with that sword. I don't care what you say. So yeah, they was doing that. They was boxing like that, but their arm weren't stretching, of course. So yeah, that happens, and they over there boxing and stuff. And meanwhile, Zoro was over here, and he senses something. He says, "I must do this." And he, with all three of his swords, no, two, not three, just two of them. Well, yeah, three. That he rushes. All you hear is a slash, as Zoro is behind the dude with arms, and the dude with the sword arm just collapses on his knees and falls down, and it shows his steel arms just collapsed off. Zoro was humongously tired, but he's actually shocked because he has finally broken through steel with his sword. He can slice through steel, making him even stronger than before. Then Zoro goes back to Mihawk. He says, "Me and you, a duel." Then they all stand on different sides and they pass by each other. And Mihawk actually uses not a full sword, just different. I know it's different, okay? A different sword. And they pass by each other. All you hear is a slash. Luffy and them has finished everything. Meanwhile, Luffy and them has finished everything. Like they're done with all those people, and they go back to the ship. They fade and they build out of the ship. Mihawk was gone, but all you see is a very hurt Zoro on the floor with 2 slashes on his chest, two X marks scars right on his chest. He still has his bandana on, white shirt, and all you see is blood in the shape of an X coming out. Luffy picks him up as Zoro is laying on the ship. He says, Pirate King, I'll never fail you again. I'll never lose again. I'll never lose another battle. Pirate King. As he said that he meant to say that to, he was saying that to Luffy, his goal is to become the Pirate King. Oh my bad. They basically sail off to the Grand Line. Not the Grand Line, to Alabasta. It's time for the Alabasta arc. And yes, I think I'm going to end the video. I'm not going to end it yet. You know what? I'm going to give y'all a little bit. Pretty long video. Okay? So yeah. They sail through the seas, and they make it to this island right before Alabasta. And no, it's not the Baroque Works Island, for those of you who thought that. No, it's just this island. It's kind of like a filler, but it's not really. It's actually no, it's canon. In my story, this is my story, and yeah, they make it to this island as they find this group of pirates, a weak one as they can see. No people there. It's pretty stranded, but there's just pirates. Luffy says, Jack, Jake, handle these fools. And they basically handle this. They handle those fools, and then Luffy yells out, when you're done with those fools, when you're done with them, if they have any treasure, you guys keep it for yourself. Well, bring it to the ship, but it's really yours. They get excited and they just charge in as fast as possible, as they have gotten better at their swordsmanship and fighting. But actually, no, they don't really train in sword fighting no more. They just train with Zoro with their swordsmanship. As Jack has one sword and Jake has also one sword, the same sword they had before. They fight and fight and fight. They get very tired, but they finally beat these people. Meanwhile, the rest of the crew are just traveling along the island, just looking for some food. Then Zoro and Sanji start a contest. See, whoever brings back the biggest food wins. So yeah. Basically, yeah, so yeah. After these kids find these chests, there was 2 of them actually, pretty small. They grab the chest and they see these 2 fruits inside, just weird looking fruits. They bring them back to the ship without questioning them, really. They walk back to the ship as Luffy and Nomi and them come back to the ship, but they're not on the ship. They're by the ship, in front of it, on the ground, like outside though, because and then all they see when they come back, they see them cooking some meat. Jack and Jake. They say, "Hey, Luffy, Zoro, you guys, why are you guys eating without us?" They're giant. They're like a bunch of meat just being cooked. And then Luffy turns around and just eats as much as Jack and Jake jump in and smack Luffy on the head and just start eating as much as they can. And then as they're eating, Luffy asks, "What you guys get from those guys? I see you guys came back okay." As they have some cuts and scars and bruises on their body. He says, "Yeah, we found these chests. They're pretty weird. They have these 2 fruits on it." Luffy says, not fruits in it. They open the chest and they show Luffy. Luffy's eyes wide and he says, "Eat them. Eat whatever one you want. Doesn't matter to me." They then just say, "Okay, okay, wait." Jack says, the fat dude, he says, "Do they taste good? And what are they? And do they taste good?" Because, he's fat. Just like, no offense. So, yeah, Luffy says they're devil fruits. Basically, they give you a special power, but you'll be immobile to swimming. You can't swim no more. It's like me. I cannot swim because I have eaten a devil fruit. You have not yet, but when you do, you'll get a special ability, and you'll be able to eat. You'll not be able to swim ever again. They take the wrist and they chomp and chomp at it. One was silver. One was silver, and the other one was just black. It was just like a black fruit. The silver boy, when he did that, he had the ability to control the wind. No, it's not a Logia. It was just like a random Paramecia. Because, Paramecia is really just random stuff. So, yeah, basically, it's like it's random, pretty much. So, he then figured out that he's able to control wind. And I know those of you saying, wait, what if that, isn't that like kind of like dragons? Like, it's like theories that dragon has that fruit. But I'm just going to say no in this story. It's his fruit. So basically, he's able to control just the wind. Like, he's able to make big, giant gushes of wind and stuff like that. And, make tornadoes. He can just control wind any way he wants. But he can't, control, it's not like he can make, shapes out of it. He can just, move the wind, move things with the wind. And make tornadoes and stuff. He could do that. But he can't, make shapes out of it and stuff like that. He could make wind slashes, though. Ooh, my bad. He couldn't make wind slashes. Then the boy who made the black fruit is just barfing. It's like Jack ate the black fruit. Jake ate the wind fruit. Jack was like, that's cool, but I don't think mine is as cool as yours. But he just throws up. He says, I don't even notice anything. Then, out of nowhere, sorry, my bad. So yeah, we find the meat. There's like this giant shadow from the flame that it gave off a shadow to the meat. Jack was like, oh, there's meat right there. And automatically he just teleports through the shadow of that meat. He says, he's just off, and they see this, and then Luffy describes, shadow fruit. Cool. I'm just going to describe it to you myself. Basically, he can teleport to shadows any way he wants. He can, like, teleport through shadows. Like, if he sees a shadow, he can teleport there. And he can also, if he's touching somebody, he can bring them through that shadow. So they head back to the seas after they're done eating. And Jake is just playing with his fruit, just throwing wind everywhere. Moving the clouds with the wind, making tornadoes in the sea. And Luffy smacks Jake. He says, you stupid idiot, you want us to die? Why would you make a tornado by the sea? You can start a whirlpool, idiot. Actually, not Luffy. Zoro does it. No, Sanji does that. Sanji then, with the hard eyes, says, Nami Swan, your lunch is ready. It's like they've been on the sea for a while, though. Okay. And then Jack just goes right behind Sanji, teleports to a shadow and tries to grab food, and Sanji just kicks Jack. He says, freaking idiot. He gets out of Sanji's shadow, and yeah. It's dope because he can teleport to any shadow, but if there's like a place like, because some places, say the sun's all the way up, and there's not much shadows, and he only teleports to like useful shadows. Like he doesn't need to teleport to useless shadow, useful shadows. Like, well, what's the point of teleporting behind a wall if you don't need to? What's the point? He can do anything. He can pretty much just teleport to shadow and bring people through shadows. But he cannot stay in between the shadows. Once he goes in the shadow, once he teleports to that shadow, he can't stay in the shadow. What? He has to. It's not like there's like a zone between the shadow and above the shadow. No, it's like straight through. But yeah, it's pretty dope. It's a paramecia also. It's also a paramecia. It's not like he turned into a shadow. No, he just can teleport through shadows. And, Jake has also a paramecia where he can control shadows and stuff like that. Jake was like, man, I kind of wish I had a fruit where I could turn into a dragon and blast beams of light or something like that. But hey, I can control the wind any way I want. Pretty cool. As he makes a wind slash to Zoro. Zoro grabs his sword and just slashes at him. He says, you're not that strong, Jake. You're not ready to take me on. Hey, Jack, you have sorts of sword practice? He says, yep. He teleports to Zoro's shadow and he says, let's do it. Jake says, hey, wait for me. And yes, Jake will in the future will be able to develop his fruit to the point where he can make himself fly. So yeah, I think this is where I'm going to end the video. So yeah, please hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, hit that notification bell so you be updated on my daily uploads, and leave any suggestions down below. And peace out. Play my outro.